Hi everyone, it's Kristen Redman, and today we're going to go over the planetary aspects that are surrounding us and affecting us this week, May 23rd through the 29th. Since we talked last, and I didn't do my video last week, and I apologize for that, but what has happened is our sun has transited from the sign of Taurus, which is really focused on anything earthly, anything physical, money, possessions, the physical body. So our sun is kind of moving out of that area where we're not so focused on that, and now it's moved into Gemini, which is an air sign, and it's focused on communication. They consider Gemini like the Facebook of the zodiac. So it's about really getting out there and socializing with other people, expressing your thoughts and discussing them with people, especially our thoughts and dreams, and hopes and aspirations. This is a fantastic time when the sun is in Gemini to really express that towards other people, because they may be able to connect you with other people that can help you to make your dreams come true. So the sun being in Gemini, that's a wonderful, wonderful blessing to have, especially after the winter time when we're kind of introspective and trying to figure out what it is we want, what we want to do. Now is a good time to kind of get the ball rolling on communicating with others that can connect us to where we need to go. Now, another planet that's following suit is Venus. Venus is transiting out of that earthy Taurus sign, and now it's moving into Gemini as well. So we're really going to be focused over the next 4 weeks while Venus is in Gemini on the communication style of our relationships. Especially our one-on-one relationships. We're going to be more focused on how the dynamics of that work, how we can communicate what our thoughts and our dreams, right, Gemini, are inside of our head and inside of our heart, and explain that to our partner as, this is what I need, this is, I really want to hear what you have to say, and really communicating and working together to make it happen. Another thing with Venus going into Gemini, since it's an air sign, love in general, okay, the attitude of love, the air of love that's going to be happening over the next few weeks, it's not so much emotional, okay? When Venus goes into a water sign, or even an earth sign, it tends to be more of an emotional, practical, one-on-one type of situation. But when Venus, that planet of love and money, goes into an air sign, our love becomes more intellectual. We're focused more on the logistics and how it works. So we got that going for the next few weeks. Mind on my money and my money on my mind. I was just thinking that because, of course, Venus is more than just love. It's about money, too. So there's going to be a lot of thoughts towards money-making ventures for some people that are out there watching this today. Really focused on what it is you need to do to make that money, and if you can get out there and communicate those thoughts with other people, that's fantastic, because you know what they're going to do, they're going to connect you with the people that can help you make that money. So Gemini away. Now, another thing that we've got going on this week is that on Thursday, Jupiter is going to make a pretty harsh aspect to Saturn, and this is the second time that this happened this year, because Jupiter is finally out of retrograde, so it's been moving forward, and now it's making that really hard square again. This happened back in March, and it's happening again. Now, what that is it makes it kind of difficult for us to move forward, okay? Jupiter is that planet of luck and expansion, and it really wants to go above and beyond its own self, right? So where Jupiter is in our chart, it kind of expresses where we are ready to expand ourselves, expand our horizons for our own self. And when Saturn's kind of like that planet of restriction, so it's constantly trying to rein in Jupiter from trying to go overboard, okay? Saturn's all about self-control and self-discipline, so it's always kind of putting the little noose on Jupiter so it can't really fully expand and do what it needs to do. And that might also come to be with luck for some people. You may find that when this aspect hits, that you are going to have a little bit of a difficulty in really making your feet moving forward, okay? There's like, let's say there's a goal that you have to lose weight, okay? And you're finding it very difficult to do, this is one of those aspects that's really going to put that into perspective for you, okay? Because what you're doing is you're taking the dream that you have, this ideal weight, this ideal body that you have, or just the ideal health that you want to have. It's a dream, it's a vision that we have, and that's what Jupiter represents, okay? And then you've got it making a really hard aspect to Saturn, which is that planet of self-discipline and restrictions and self-control and structure. So what it is we're kind of facing is the balance between the two, right? We want to make our dreams come true, but it's through the process of self-deprivation. It's through the process of self-control and discipline. And this aspect that's going to be happening, it lasts for a little while here, so it's really going to be on your mind, especially since the sun's in Gemini, and it's really focusing on that mindset, really focused on trying to balance those two options together. No matter what it is your dream, you have to really put your feet to the ground and make it work yourself to get that dream to come true, right? It's all about your restriction, your self-discipline to make sure that it gets done. That's going to be highlighted through that. Another one of the positives, though, to having Jupiter making a hard aspect with Saturn, which Saturn is the ruler for Capricorn. Capricorn naturally rules the 10th house, which has to do with career. Jupiter, since it's no longer retrograde, it's bringing a little bit more luck. So this is going to be a very good time for any type of new career opportunities coming up in that 2-week span of time. Energy is going to be really good universally for that. Now, another thing that we have going on is Mars, even though it's in retrograde, it's going to be switching into another sign because it's been kind of standing still and the zodiac keeps moving forward. So at this moment, it's backed itself right up into Scorpio. Now, Mars is that planet of passion and energy. And even though it's retrograde, it kind of downgrades it a little bit. So you feel like you might not have as much energy or push or drive like you normally do. But with it being in the sign of Scorpio, Scorpio is a very, very intense sign. So you are going to notice an increase over the next. This is going to happen until Mars goes out of retrograde, which is June 29th. You're going to notice an increase in your intensity, in your endurance, the ability to stick with it, which is really good, especially with that Jupiter-Saturn trine. If you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to start a new business, if you're trying to really make it go of your business, whatever it is, these dreams that you have, this Mars and Scorpio is going to help kind of give that drive and intensity to get things done. Now, one of the bad things about Mars, that planet of passion, going into Scorpio is it's very, like I said, it's a very intense feeling, deep water sign. Like we were saying, how water is all about emotion. Now, when Mars, that planet, is very restricted because it's in retrograde, it's going to kind of take on the shadow side. So you may find yourself being a little obsessed or maybe even jealous, because that's one of the shadow side type things of Scorpio. So watch out for that. A little bit of the jealousy going on, a little bit of the obsession going on. But the good thing with it is that we're very focused, we're very direct in getting things done. So even though Mars is still in retrograde, it's a good sign for it to be in to kind of get things accomplished and done. Another thing, back to the shadow side of it here. There's another little note I have about the shadow side. When we have our mind overly focused on this during this Mars-Scorpio transit, you may find your mind to be overly focused on the type of things that Scorpio represents, and that's going to be sexual connections and shared resources that you have with others. It could be taxes or death and loss because of that. You may find your mind obsessively thinking about those types of things. So if you find yourself going through that, just know that in a few weeks it'll pass. Try to work through it and do the best you can, right? That's all you can do, right? So that's about it astrologically, what's happening up in here this week. And I think what we will do now is our reading to see what it is the angels have working for us. Zadkiel is the angel for Gemini, and he is the angel of thought and memory, and helping us to kind of work through the past memories that may be hurtful, that are holding us back. Maybe that's part of that Jupiter-Saturn transit that keeps holding us back. And with Mars going into Scorpio, we know we're going to be kind of thinking about that a lot. So one of the good angels to call on if you find yourself stuck in that is going to be Zadkiel, because he is our Gemini angel. So let's see what angel is actually working with us for the specific reading today. Let's see. Whoa, let me drop it. Okay. So actually, this one's kind of ironic. This one is the one for Taurus. This is Archangel Shamuel. Okay, Archangel Shamuel can help you find anything under the sun. You name it. He has helped me find my wedding ring a couple of times. He has helped us find our dog who ran away when we were 400 miles away in the UP. He helped me find my dog when she was a couple streets over and I couldn't find her. You name it, anything that you need, he's going to be that angel that helps you magically find it. And it always will just randomly show up, like my ring. I looked everywhere. And I always put it in the same spot, too, always. And I couldn't find it. Go in the living room, and it was sitting right on the carpet, right where you need to walk back and forth. Like, obviously, I would have stepped on this honker, you know. He helps you find things. Okay, they say that he is the soul of Saint, is it Saint Francis? I think it is. That helps you find things, or maybe it's Saint Christopher. I'm not sure. My mind's not working now, but anyway, regardless, he's the angel for Taurus energy. So if you're a Taurus, he's going to be that angel that helps you find things. He helps us find careers. He helps us find peace, especially if you find yourself, especially with an overactive mind right now in Gemini, if you find that going on, especially since we got Mercury in that planet too, there's a lot of overactive thinking that's going on right now that can really wear down your energy field. You call on Archangel Shamuel. He has this amazing, wonderful light green color. He will bring you peace and bring peace to that mindset. So let's see what it is in particular that he wants us to keep in mind for this week besides that. So I'm going to do, let's do 4. 6. I'm sorry. I say 4, they say 6. Let's do that. Wow, that one twisted 2 of my 4. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is kind of a Taurus-y related type of card. This is the 2 of Earth, and what it has to deal with is trying to balance too many physical things. This card kind of embodies somebody that works 2 different jobs, or they're trying to do way too much work. They've got a lot going on that they're trying to balance, okay? And I can definitely see where, in that instance, when you're working too hard, of course your mind's overworked, you're stressed, you're frazzled, and you need that peace. And that's exactly where Shamuel can come in to help out. This card also says that there may be a need to make a decision for something that's coming up. That's definitely a Gemini type thing. Since right now Mercury is there and the Sun, it's going to be a really good time to focus on what it is if you do have a decision to make. Know that your mind will be very sharp. If you need to find a new job, if you need to find anything, you know what angel to call on to help you make that decision. He helps you find the answer, right? And another thing, too, that this card says is to consider a more playful approach, okay? Maybe it's just getting right to the heart of the matter with it, that if you feel that you're overworked, if you're literally working too many hours, you need to do something to get out and have fun. Enjoy this Gemini sun, right? We got 80-degree weather out there right now. Bust out a slip and slide or get out a sprinkler and run around and do something fun over this Memorial weekend that really helps to bring out your playful side, bring out your playful spirit, and that totally embodies Shamuel as well. So let's see. I'm just going to pull one here because I feel like there may be a certain, well, of course I know there's going to be a certain area that is stuck, one of the chakras that are stuck with this energy of overwork, especially for somebody that's watching here. So we're going to do this 2 times. create something, creation. Interesting, because this one's got a full moon in the background here, and we're just coming off of that full moon of the Gemini and Sagittarian moon, which represented really focusing on our hopes and our dreams, and really trying to think our dreams into reality, because it's so mentally focused. And that's exactly what we're doing, is we're creating the reality that we want, right? We are, hold on, let me put all these dudes together here. So we have I see that as the more playful approach. I see that, hold on, give me a second. I do, creating something new, that it's, because we've got so much going on and you can't keep going, and you call on Samuel to help you find a different route, to find a different way. And that different way comes through the process of creating something new, whether it's creating a party for your friends to all get together to have fun this weekend. What if it's creating some sort of artwork? Does painting bring you joy? Does it bring you some stress relief, some time to really stand back and be able to express yourself? There's so many different things that we can do to create, to help kind of ease the stress and to help ourselves find peace. And I think that's where the focus is for this week, because there's so much mental activity. That's kind of the gist I feel from it. With everything that we've had this week, there's just a lot of energy that's going on mentally right now. And I think just Samuel is coming through to say, take a break, enjoy it, take time to create something, create memories, if anything else, right? Because that'll help bring you happiness and peace. So everybody, I wish you happiness and peace this weekend, and have a great weekend. Have a great week. Bye.